Happy Easter wherever you are. It is my hope that you are fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi Skyman TV. I want to start by asking you a simple question. Who is your governor? Are you satisfied by the work that your governor is doing? Are you feeling the county or devolved funds that have always been given by the national government to the county governments? Is there any one project that you can point that was started by the county government and you are proud of it? Ladies and gentlemen, I want us today to focus on our devolved units. Remember the other day, we saw Wamatagi, the Kiambu governor, being arrested by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. When he was arrested, they found 13 million in cash, Kenyan shilling in cash. 12 was Kenyan shilling, 12 million was in Kenyan shilling, and 1 million was in US dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you, if you fight a governor with such an amount of money in cash in the house, what would you think? I would want to put it very, very clearly here that there is no law in Kenya that prohibits somebody having such an amount of money in his house. And the lawyers who are here, maybe you can let us know. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'm not in that field. But my little knowledge shows me that there is no law. However, there are issues to do with money launderings and such issues. But as far as the Kenyan laws are concerned, that thing is not there. Let me ask you one question. When this governor was arrested, where was the money taken? Who took the money? And because he was not charged, why was he not charged in any court of law? Why were they even arresting him? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch what Governor Wamatagi said here. Then we shall continue with this discussion.
To all our people here, that this intimidation is pure political intimidation. Hakuna kitu ingine. Purely political intimidation. There is no reason why more than 50 police officers can wake up to my office, to my home, and almost another 200 deployed to various ministers' offices in my government. And the reason is only one, and they are targeting only my ministers who perform, because they want to make my government a failure. Yes. The record that we have, and I want to announce to anyone who wants to seek the governorship of Kiambu, it is the people of Kiambu who elect the governor, yes, not the police, yes, not EACC. Yes. You want to soil our names, and I want to tell the Republic that somebody called me, a very senior officer, and told me, Wewe, even if you are going to finish your governorship, you will be so dirty, we will have made you dirty enough. I am not afraid. I will not be cowed and I will not be intimidated. I will stand by the principle that our people deserve right in Kiambu County. That I will do what I'm supposed to do as a governor. Some people are afraid of my development record. I'm going to double that record. Yes, yes, I'll make a double. There is a whole pile of documents, a whole pile, and we'll release them to you to see. A whole pile from documents about my birth certificate to the birth certificate of my children, graduation certificate, to work that we did in the year 2009, to even other petty from all over. There is nothing specific that they were looking for. But here, the mission is simple. Find something to make Wamatagi and his government go down, and find something to make them look dirty. That's the only thing.
I'd like to say this about this kind of money in cash in the governor's house. One, he only needs to prove the source of his money. Amezitoa wapi? Ameuza nini? And what is this that is making the governor to be paid in cash these days, when we know that this kind of money also even poses a security risk to the governor? Is the governor that ignorant? that he does not understand that by having 13 million in the house, he is inviting thugs. He is compromising his own security. The other question that we would ask ourselves, what was this money intended to do? Was he planning to buy a plot? And even if he was planning to buy something, or maybe Wamatagi was planning to buy chicken. He's buying day-old chicks and he's giving to farmers in Kiabu. And even if that is the case, is he the one who is supposed to be buying? So this is something that raises a lot of questions. And if he cannot be able to account the source of the money, then he can be accused of money laundering, he can be accused of crimes, bribery, and so on and so forth. But in this case, I would like to leave to the people of Kiabu if they feel represented by Kimani Wamatagi. When I look at Kiabu, I see so many streetlights in the estates, along estate roads, and this is the work of the county government. But when you look at the roads, small roads, the connecting roads that are actually under the county government, Kimani Wamatagi leaves a lot to be desired as far as the infrastructure is concerned. But looking at the devolved governments as a whole, one cannot fail to notice Irungu Kang'ata. Irungu Kang'ata is Murang'a governor. And if you look at Murang'a is in a class of its own as far as leadership and integrity is concerned. If you go to Murang'a, you notice, for example, Murang'a level 5, they have added another wing. And when you look at the hospital, the last time I was there, I noted for sure the systems are working. It is also in Murang'a that you find mobile dialysis vehicles moving from one place to the other. And this is very, very encouraging. And I think the other governors should go to Murang'a and benchmark. Again, when you look at Irungu Kang'ata is a man of actions. He doesn't talk much. Najua Waswahili wanasema siba mweda kimya ndiye hula nyama. Na kusema kweli, huyu ni mwidaji kabisa. Na kusema kweli, Irungu Kang'ata, when you look at it again, when you look at the roads that connect the towns and the main roads now, you realize that they are tarmacked. I noted that, and if you look at Keno, if you look at Maragua, if you look at Sabasaba, if you look at many parts of Murang'a, I think the man is doing a wonderful job. And again, when you look at the other governors, what you notice is that there's so much politics, a lot of politics. And there's nothing wrong with the politics, but what Kenyans want is development. You may be politicking, but people must actually feel the county government. They must see what the county government is doing. Again, when you look at the workers who work at the county government, most of them are always lamenting. Yet you wonder, what does the county government do with the money that is given by the national government in terms of billions? Because you see, pesa nyingi haziendi katika maendeleo. Very little money goes to development. What we see is money being put in the recurrent expenditure. And one of the recurrent expenditure is paying salaries. And sasa unapata madaktari wanagoma, unapata wafanyikazi wajalipwa. I don't know if you work for the county government. Maybe you can let us know. When were you last paid? Have you received your March salary? Have you been paid? Because some of my friends tells me that the last salary they received was in January. And this is very, very unfair. And again, when you look at our constitution was, and it's still very, very clear, that a lot of services should be carried out by the devolved unit, including and not limited to agriculture. Agriculture is a devolved function. But you see the national government, because it won't continue allocating money to the Ministry of Agriculture. In fact, the Ministry of Agriculture, when you look at the way they behave like they are the one who are in charge of agriculture. Again, when you look at health, the same case. The health is also a devolved function to the county government, lakini unapotazama utaona kwamba serikali kuu kile ambacho inafanya kwa sababu ya wizi ambao unaendelea katika serikali kuu, basi unapata mambo kama haya yakiendelea. Basi haitaweza kuwa ajabu kupata magavana wengi wakiwa na mabilioni ya pesa. Gachagua tell us that if you go to State House, there's a container. I don't know the factual situation of this, but Gachagua has been in State House and has worked in from State House, and he's tell us that if you go to William Samoei Ruto's office, you realize there is a container full of dollars, and when people go there, they are given money. Again, if you go to Karen, the DP's home, there's still another container full of billions and billions of 1,000 notes, and when people go there, they are given. Now, it doesn't now surprises me when you see governors having this kind of money, and I think Wamatagi is just a tip of the iceberg. And you see, these guys have many homes. They don't just live in one place. They have many homes. So how much is your governor having at home? I don't know what you think. But please like the video, share it, comment, and have a blessed Easter. Bye-bye.